The church doors slammed shut behind me, echoing like a gunshot in the empty sanctuary, as my mother's voice rang out one last time. "You're no daughter of mine if you choose this path." I stood there, frozen, the invitation to my cousin's wedding crumpled in my fist, the one she'd forgotten to send because loving Jade made me an embarrassment. That night, as Jade held me while I sobbed, I whispered the vow that would change everything. We'd get married and I'd make sure my family couldn't ignore us anymore. Ivy Thompson, that's me, the black sheep of a picture-perfect suburban family in upstate New York. Born into a world of white picket fences and Sunday sermons, where deviation from the norm was met with whispers and closed doors. My parents, devout Catholics with a lineage of traditional values, had raised me to be the ideal daughter. Polite, ambitious, and straight. But from the moment I met Jade in college, everything shifted. She was my roommate, a bold art major from California, with a laugh that cut through my carefully constructed walls. Our friendship deepened into something undeniable during late-night study sessions, her hand brushing mine, sending sparks I couldn't ignore. Inside, I wrestled with it constantly. Was this wrong? The church teachings echoed in my head, verses about love and sin twisting into knots in my stomach. I prayed for clarity, but the only answer was the warmth in Jade's eyes when she looked at me. Coming out to my family at 22 was like dropping a bomb. My father, a stoic engineer, barely spoke. My mother cried for days, quoting scripture and begging me to seek help. My siblings, 2 brothers and a sister, sided with them, their support conditional on my silence. "We love you, Ivy," my sister said once, "but don't bring it home." Jade became my anchor in the storm. She grew up in a more accepting environment, her parents divorced but supportive, though she carried her own scars from high school bullying. "We're worth it," she'd say, pulling me close without crossing lines that made me uncomfortable. Our relationship was built on quiet moments. Walks in Central Park when we visited the city, shared dreams of a future where we didn't have to hide. But the exclusion stung deeper each time. First, my brother's wedding. I wasn't invited, to avoid awkwardness. Then my sister's baby shower, same excuse. The family group chat buzzed with photos I wasn't part of, reminders that my love disqualified me. Internally, the conflict raged. Part of me wanted to conform, to date a man and regain their approval. I imagined the relief on my mother's face, the invitations flowing back. But then I'd think of Jade's smile, her unwavering belief in us, and the guilt would flip. How could I betray her? Society's gaze added weight. Stares in public, comments from coworkers at my marketing job in Albany. "You don't look like a lesbian," one said, as if it were a compliment. I internalized it all, questioning my worth. Was I selfish for pursuing happiness at the cost of family harmony? One evening, after another family event I learned about secondhand, Jade confronted me. "Ivy, this is killing you. We deserve better." Her voice was steady, but her eyes betrayed the hurt she hid for my sake. We talked for hours, dissecting the hypocrisy, how my family preached love but practiced exclusion. That night, amid tears and resolve, I proposed. Not with a ring, but with a promise. "Marry me, Jade. Let's build our own family." She said yes, and in that moment, the plan formed. I'd invite them all to our wedding, force a confrontation. It was risky, potentially explosive, but the alternative, living in shadows, was unbearable. As wedding planning began, doubts crept in. What if they didn't come? What if they did and ruined it? I lay awake, mind racing. Was this revenge or reconciliation? Jade sensed my turmoil, offering quiet support. "Whatever happens, we're in this together." Her words grounded me, but the inner voice persisted. "You're playing with fire, Ivy. You might burn everything down." Yet the invitations went out, addressed with trembling hands. My mother's response came via text. "This is a mistake." No RSVP, just judgment. The weeks blurred into a haze of fittings and florists, each decision laced with tension. Jade chose a suit that made her look powerful, confident, everything I aspired to be. I selected a simple white dress, symbolizing the purity they denied me. Friends rallied around us, a chosen family of allies from work and college. But the void from my blood relatives gnawed at me. In quiet moments I'd stare at old photos, wondering if love could bridge the chasm. Society's pressures amplified. News of anti-LGBT bills in other states, stories of disowned queer kids. It fueled my determination but deepened the fear. What price would we pay? Jade shared her own fears one night. I'm scared they'll hurt you more. Her vulnerability cracked my facade, and we held each other, whispering assurances. The wedding approached like a storm, promising either cleansing rain or destruction. By the time RSVPs trickled in, mostly from friends, the knot in my chest tightened. My sister called, voice strained. Mom's devastated. Why force this? I hung up, heart pounding. Was I the villain here? The thought haunted me as I prepared for the day that would define us all. The venue was a quaint barn in the Hudson Valley, strung with fairy lights that twinkled like false hopes. Jade and I arrived early, her hand in mine steadying the tremor in my fingers. As guests filtered in, I scanned for familiar faces, none from my side. The ceremony started without them. Our vows exchanged in a bubble of joy tainted by absence. But then midway through, the doors creaked open and there they were. My parents, siblings in tow, faces etched with reluctance. My heart lurched. I'd half expected radio silence. But their presence ignited a spark of hope mixed with dread. Jade squeezed my hand, her eyes questioning. We proceeded, voices steady despite the undercurrent. I promised to stand by you through every storm, I said to her, meaning every word. After the kiss, chaste heartfelt, the reception began, and the confrontation loomed. Internally, chaos reigned. Why had they come? Pity? Obligation? I watched them from afar, my mother clutching her purse like a shield, father avoiding eye contact. My brothers mingled awkwardly, sister shooting me sympathetic glances. Jade pulled me aside. You okay? I nodded, but inside the debate raged. Confront now or let it slide. The pain of years bubbled up, exclusions, judgments, the conditional love that left scars. As toasts flowed, I felt the pull. A friend raised a glass to our courage, subtly shading societal bigots. My family's discomfort was palpable. Finally, I approached their table, pulse racing. Thanks for coming, I said, voice even. Mother looked up, eyes misty. We had to see for ourselves. The word stung. See what? My sin. Father grunted. This isn't easy for us. The conversation escalated quickly. It's never been easy for me, I retorted, years of repression spilling out. You shut me out because I love Jade. Siblings shifted, brother muttering about tradition. Jade joined, her presence a quiet force. We're family too now. But mother fired back. This goes against everything we believe. The room hushed, guests sensing the tension. Inside, I questioned every choice. Was forcing this healing or harm? The moral quandary twisted. Respect their beliefs or demand acceptance? Society's echo chamber amplified it. Debates on TV about gay rights versus religious freedom. I felt the weight of being a pawn in larger wars, my personal pain reduced to politics. Jade's hand on my back grounded me as accusations flew. You've betrayed us, mother said, tears flowing. No, I countered. You betrayed me by making love conditional. Siblings defended parents, sister whispering. Ivy, please. But the dam broke, stories of missed milestones, the isolation. Father finally spoke. We thought you'd change. The admission crushed me. Change. As if my core was optional. We stepped outside for air, the cool evening biting. Jade held me. You were brave. But doubt not. Had I ruined our day? Back inside, the divide widened. Friends supported us, creating a buffer, but family huddled. Whispers like daggers. One brother approached later. I'm happy for you, but Mom. Trailing off, his conflict mirrored mine. The night wore on. Dances avoided, conversations strained. Internally, I dissected motives. Their attendance a step forward or facade. Jade shared her thoughts. They came, that means something. Her optimism clashed with my cynicism, born from repeated rejections. As cake was cut, I pondered the cost, emotional exhaustion, potential permanent rift. By evening's end, goodbyes were terse. Mother hugged me stiffly. Pray for guidance. Father nodded farewell. Siblings promised calls that might never come. Driving home with Jade, silence heavy, I replayed it all. Was exposure worth the pain? The question haunted, as societal pressures loomed larger. Friends' stories of similar battles fueling my resolve yet deepening scars. In bed that night, Jade's arms around me, I whispered fears. What if they never accept us? She replied. Then we accept ourselves. Her words soothed, but the inner turmoil persisted. The wedding had been a battleground, decisions made in heat now cooling into regret. Had I chosen correctly? The moral ambiguity lingered, choices debatable in hindsight. As days passed, fallout began. Texts from family, accusations of ambush, pleas for understanding. I ignored most, focusing on our new life. But guilt crept in. Had I been too harsh? Jade urged balance. You stood up for us. Yet society's judgment echoed. Online forums debating family obligations versus personal truth. I scrolled endlessly, seeking validation. Work became refuge, but even there, colleagues' congratulations carried undertones. Brave, one said, implying abnormality. It reinforced the struggle, living authentically amid prejudice. Jade faced similar at her gallery job, clients' subtle biases. We supported each other, but the wedding's shadow lengthened, questioning every step. Weeks after the wedding, the silence from my family grew deafening, broken only by a frantic call from my sister. Mom's in the hospital, stress-induced heart issues. The words hit like a freight train, guilt crashing over me. Had my confrontation pushed her there? Jade drove me to the hospital in Rochester, her reassurances falling flat against my self-recrimination. Arriving, the sterile halls amplified my anxiety. Family gathered in the waiting room, eyes accusatory. This is on you, one brother hissed. Mother lay pale in bed, monitors beeping accusations. Ivy, she whispered. Why did you have to make it so hard? Tears welled as I sat beside her, the room thick with unspoken blame. Internally, the storm raged fiercer. Was I responsible? The ethical dilemma clawed. My right to happiness versus their health. Society's narrative piled on. Stories of queer kids disowned, parents suffering. I questioned my actions. Selfish rebellion or necessary boundary? Jade waited outside, her presence a reminder of the life I'd chosen. Doctors confirmed stress as a factor, though not sole. Still, the link haunted. Family conferences turned confrontational. Your lifestyle caused this, father said flatly. I defended. No, your rejection did. Siblings mediated, sister urging compromise. Can't you just tone it down? The suggestion ignited fury. Tone down love? Jade joined later, facing scrutiny. You're the reason, mother accused weakly. Jade remained composed. No love is. Her poise shamed me, my emotions raw. We left amid tension, the drive home silent. I didn't mean for this, I confessed. Jade. Neither did they, but actions have consequences. Her words mirrored my thoughts, the price of authenticity. Back home, I isolated, mind looping regrets. What if I'd eloped quietly? Avoided invitation? The moral quandaries deepened. Sacrifice self for family peace? Or demand equality, risking harm? Online support groups offered solace, tales of similar heartbreaks validating yet depressing. Jade pushed therapy. We need help navigating this. Sessions unpacked layers, childhood conditioning, internalized homophobia. Therapist probed. Do you regret marrying? No, but the fallout? Yes. It highlighted choices' ripple effects, debatable rights and wrongs. Family updates came sporadically. Mother's recovery slow, laced with resentment. A letter arrived. We want reconciliation, but on our terms. Terms meaning silence about Jade? Unacceptable. I tore it up, anger masking hurt. Jade consoled. They're scared too. Her empathy clashed with my bitterness, exposing my flaws. Social pressures mounted. Friends distanced, uncomfortable with drama. Work promotions stalled, subtle discrimination. It fueled paranoia. Was society punishing me? Jade faced gallery rejections, whispers of controversy. We clung tighter, but cracks formed. Arguments over handling family, my withdrawal straining us. One night, explosive. You're letting them win, Jade yelled. By hiding again? I shot back. Tears followed, revelations. Her fear of losing me to guilt. We reconciled, but vulnerability lingered. The wedding's unthinkable. Forcing exposure now seemed naive, costs mounting. As mother's health improved, invitations to talk arrived. I accepted one solo. At their house, familiar scents triggered nostalgia. Discussion circled. Beliefs versus love. We can't condone it, father said. Then you can't have me. I replied, heartbreaking. Leaving resolve hardened but doubt whispered. Right choice? Jade awaited. Our bond tested yet stronger. Proud of you, she said. But internally the debate endless. Betray self or family. Society's divides mirrored ours. Laws advancing, prejudices persisting. The path ahead unclear, each step a gamble. Therapy continued, unpacking traumas. Insights emerged. Their rejection rooted in fear, mine in pain. Forgiveness tempting, but at what cost? Jade shared dreams. Kids' stability. It motivated yet terrified. Bringing children into this? Moral minefield. Family's next move. Brother's surprise visit. We miss you, he admitted. Vulnerability cracked defenses. We talked honestly, bridges tentatively built. But mother's absence spoke volumes. Progress fragile, choices looming. As tensions eased slightly, new conflicts arose. Community backlash from wedding photos leaked online. Hate mail arrived, amplifying fears. Jade's resolve, we fight back. Her strength inspired, but my exhaustion grew. The saga's toll evident, questioning if authenticity's price was too steep. The anniversary approached like a reckoning, 1 year since the wedding that fractured everything. A family reunion invite arrived, neutral ground, a park in Albany. Jade encouraged. Go but on your terms. I agreed, nerves frayed. Arriving, picnic tables laden with food mocked the underlying tension. Greetings stiff, mother's health improved but eyes wary. Conversation started light, but inevitably shifted. We've been thinking, father said. About what? I pressed. Admissions tumbled. Regrets over exclusions, influenced by church peers. But caveats. We still believe it's wrong. The half apology ignited. Then nothing changes. Siblings urged calm, but emotions escalated. Internally, turmoil peaked. Accept partial reconciliation? Or demand full? The ethical tightrope. Compromise for peace or hold firm? Risking isolation? Jade's texts bolstered. You deserve all. Society's mirror. Debates on forgiveness in queer communities added layers. Mother pulled me aside. I love you, but fear for your soul. Tears flowed, her vulnerability piercing. And I fear losing you, I confessed. Hug shared, but words unsaid lingered. Back with group, brother proposed. Let's start over, no judgments. Tempting, but Jade's absence highlighted hypocrisy. Include her, I insisted. Silence followed. Betrayal struck when sister whispered. Some think you're influencing the kids wrong. Rage surged, my nieces, nephews. By existing? I challenged. Argument erupted, old wounds reopening. Father defended. Protecting family values. I stormed off, heart shattered. Driving home, sobs racked me. Jade consoled. You tried. But doubt assailed. Had I pushed too far? Moral ambiguity gnawed. Right to family versus right to self. Online vitriol from leaked stories amplified pain. Trolls questioning my agenda. Jade suggested distance. Heal first. We focused inward, date nights rekindling spark. But shadows persisted. Dreams of unity haunted. Therapy delved deeper. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Insights helped, but application hard. Family's persistence. Calls, emails pleading return. One from mother. Miss my daughter. Emotional blackmail? Or genuine? I wavered, Jade cautioning, don't sacrifice us. Her fear valid, our bond strained by external pressures. Climax built at a surprise intervention. Family at our door. We want to understand, they claimed. Jade stood firm. Then listen. Hours of raw talk. Tears, accusations, revelations. Brother admitted envy of my courage. Sister shared hidden support. Parents struggled, mother confessing church doubts. But turning point. Father's apology halting. I was wrong to exclude you. Momentous, yet conditional? Hope flickered. We parted cautiously optimistic, promises of inclusion. Post-visit, euphoria mixed with skepticism. Jade, baby steps. Internally, questions swirled. Trust them? The price paid, emotional scars, relationship strains. Worth it? Society's progress slow, personal battles exhaustive. As normalcy crept in, backlash hit. Church community shunned parents, mirroring my pain. Irony bitter. Now they understood exclusion. Mother called, distraught. This is what you felt. Empathy bridged, but resentment lingered. Jade and I discussed future. Adoption? The idea thrilled, terrified. Moral debates. Bring kids into prejudiced world? Our choices scrutinized. Family dinners tentatively resumed, Jade included. Awkward, but progress. Laughter returned, bonds mending. Yet undercurrents remained, subtle comments testing waters. I navigated carefully, inner voice warning vigilance. One dinner, confrontation resurfaced. Niece asked about us. Mother tensed, but I answered honestly. We love each other like any couple. Silence, then nods. Victory small but significant. The year closed with reflection. Decisions costs evident, growth painful. Had the unthinkable act, exposing at wedding, spark change? Debatable, but transformation undeniable. 2 years post-wedding, stability seemed within reach. Family ties mended, albeit fragile. Jade and I thrived, her art career booming, my promotion secured. But then the bombshell. My sister's engagement to a conservative man whose family echoed old prejudices. The invite came with a note. Hope you understand if we keep it traditional. Code for exclusion? Fury ignited. After all we'd endured? Jade calmed. Talk to her. Call ensued tense. It's their side, sister explained. Avoid drama. The word stung. Our love deemed dramatic? Internally, regression hit hard. Had progress been illusion? Moral crossroads. Confront again or let slide, preserving peace? Society's backdrop worsened. Rising anti-LGBT rhetoric in politics, emboldening bigots. It fueled resolve. I replied. Then don't invite me. Silence followed, family divided. Mother mediated. Compromise. But what compromise? I, Jade? Unthinkable. Tensions peaked at a family meeting. Accusations flew. You're too sensitive, brother said. No, you're complicit, I countered. Jade present, her input dismissed. This is family business. The slight crushed, after inclusion efforts. We left, bond tested anew. Alone, doubts overwhelmed. Was perpetual fight worth it? Jade's tears revealed her toll. I can't keep being the villain. Guilt surged, my battles hers by proxy. Ethical weight. Prioritize relationship or justice. Choices debatable, no clear right. Therapy intensified. Boundaries protect. We set them, limited contact until respect full. Family reacted poorly, selfish. The label haunted, mirroring past self-doubts. Online communities divided. Some praised stance, others urged forgiveness. Reconciliation attempts faltered. Sister's wedding proceeded without us. Photos stinging like salt. Mother called post-event. Wish you were there. Hypocrisy? Or regret? Ambiguity lingered. Jade and I focused on us. Travel, dreams of parenthood. Adoption process began, scrutiny intense. Our lifestyle questioned. It amplified struggles, but determination grew. We'll prove them wrong, Jade said. Her optimism my lifeline. Family olive branches. Invites to neutral events. We attended one, caution high. Interactions civil, but undercurrents palpable. Niece's innocent questions bridged gaps. Why can't aunts marry? Explanations gentle, seeds of change planted. Yet betrayal lurked. Discovered father's donations to anti-gay groups. Confrontation explosive. How could you? He defended. Beliefs. Trust shattered anew. Mother torn, he's changing. But actions spoke louder. The cycle exhausted. Damage, repair, repeat. Internally, awakening dawned. Perhaps full acceptance impossible. Moral realization. Love doesn't conquer all. Sometimes distance heals. Jade echoed. We've built our world. True. Friends as family, community supportive. Society evolved slowly. Our story one thread in tapestry. Final straw. Holiday gathering. Subtle digs at our future kids. We walked out, finality settling. Calls ignored, boundaries firm. Pain acute, but liberation followed. Years later, reflections. The unthinkable at wedding. Exposure. Catalyzed change, yet at great cost. Family distant but civil. Us stronger. Awakening complete. Authenticity's price paid, worth debatable. Was forcing the confrontation at my wedding the right choice, or did it only deepen the wounds that might have healed with time?